Finger running with Podziemski and Lindy Waters. Moody trying to break the paint. Draymond an open three.
In a season where every game matters, the Golden State Warriors sent a message loud and clear. 2 games, 2 victories, and they didn't need their vet, Steph Curry, on the court. After falling behind early, the Warriors regrouped, fought hard, and completely dismantled the Pelicans in back-to-back matchups. The scores tell the story: a 1-2, 4-1, 0-6 comeback, followed by a decisive 104-8-9 victory. But it's not just about the numbers. These victories underscore the Warriors' depth and determination to win, no matter the circumstances. When Steph Curry sprained his ankle, many expected a dip in performance. Instead, the Warriors doubled down, relying on teamwork, depth, and sheer willpower. These games weren't just wins, they were statements. This team has developed players stepping up, both rookies and veterans, showing they can lead when called upon. They're turning what could have been a season setback into a powerful display of resilience. And with Steph Curry sidelined, a new generation of Warriors emerged, showing they're ready to hold the line until their star returns. With Steph Curry absent, the responsibility fell onto others. Trayce Jackson-Davis rose to the occasion, a rookie who's already shooting an impressive 77.7% across 5 games. In these critical matchups, he put up 15 points and 9 rebounds, and it wasn't just about the stats. Jackson-Davis displayed calmness, maturity, and an instinct for the game that goes beyond his years. He's proving he's more than just a bench player, he's a threat in his own right. Then there's Draymond Green, embracing his role as a leader. Known for his defensive prowess, Green locked down Zion Williamson, holding him to a brutal 5 for 20 shooting night. This wasn't just defense, it was a masterclass in strategy. Green anticipated Zion's move, contested every shot, and forced the Pelicans to reconsider their entire offensive approach. This wasn't just about points on the board, it was psychological warfare. Green turned what could have been a Pelicans advantage into a clinic in control and dominance. These games highlight a critical aspect of the Warriors' approach. It's not about a single star, it's about building a roster that can function as a unit. This ability to rise, even with Steph Curry sidelined, tells us that the Warriors are built for longevity and adaptability. But Jackson-Davis and Green weren't alone. Other players rose to the occasion, showing that the Warriors' depth is nothing short of lethal. Let's talk about the Warriors' depth. With Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins out, Brandon Podziemski took the lead in running the offense. In only his second season, Podziemski's poise on the court was clear. He nearly secured a triple-double with 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Even more impressive, his ball handling and shot selection, which kept the Warriors steady in high-pressure moments. He's already showing he's a key piece of Golden State's future. The Warriors' bench is becoming more than just a backup crew, it's a source of firepower. Buddy Hield, who has been shooting over 55% from beyond the arc, kept the pressure on. His precise shooting transformed defensive stops into quick points on the other end, an essential quality for the Warriors. Then there's Moody, Lindy Waters, and of course Draymond Green, each hitting their mark. For opponents, this means that shutting down the Warriors isn't just about containing a few stars, it's about facing a roster filled with players who can score from anywhere. Now, this brings us to contracts and trade dynamics. With a deep roster and standout performances, who stays and who might be traded. Podziemski's recent success solidifies his place, but what about others who haven't had the same consistency? Jonathan Kuminga, for instance, is a player with potential, but recent benching and contract issues hint possible trades. These dynamics add a layer of urgency for those hoping to secure their place in this Warriors lineup. But contracts aside, the Warriors' depth is proving to be their strongest weapon. And that's where this story gets even more interesting. Golden State's bench isn't just filling gaps, it's pushing the limits of what the Warriors can do. This isn't a team that relies on a big three formula. Instead, we're seeing a broader range of players who have developed into three-point specialists. Buddy Hield has been hitting an incredible 55.6% from beyond the arc, but he's not alone. Moody, Lindy Waters, and Draymond Green are all turning up the heat. Their combined shooting has catapulted Golden State into the top ranks of the league for three-pointers made and shooting percentage. In a league-wide push for more three-point attempts, the Warriors are standing out not just for volume but for efficiency. Under Coach Steve Kerr's strategic planning, the Warriors targeted three-point shooting during the offseason, adding Healed Waters and Milton specifically to boost this area. That they're not just aiming for the basket, they're hitting their marks with accuracy, making them a nightmare to defend. This multifaceted defense allows them to keep up the pressure regardless of who's on the floor. And let's not forget, this was Kerr's plan all along. His preseason goal: volume and precision from the three-point line. His roster choices, they reflect a plan for an offense that stretches defenses to their breaking point, turning what used to be a Steph Curry-centric game into a team-wide offensive juggernaut. But offense isn't the only part of the equation. The Warriors are turning defense into an art form, and this is where they truly become unstoppable. While the offense is setting records, the Warriors' defense is setting the tone. Against the Pelicans, they didn't just stop shots, they disrupted the entire flow of the game. Holding New Orleans to a meager 36.7% shooting, the Warriors showcased a ruthless, calculated defense. Draymond Green, in particular, was relentless, locking down Zion Williamson and forcing him to go 5 for 20. Green's ability to anticipate plays and shut down Zion's typical moves threw the Pelicans off balance and set the pace for the entire game. But Green wasn't alone in this defensive onslaught. Gary Payton II, Brandon Podziemski, and Trayce Jackson-Davis each played a part in forcing turnovers, deflecting passes, and setting traps that the Pelicans couldn't escape. By the time the final whistle blew, the Pelicans had lost control, and while the Warriors' defensive numbers spoke volumes as the psychological impact that left the Pelicans questioning their game plan, for a team like New Orleans who rely on heavy scoring from Zion and Brandon Ingram, the Warriors' defensive stand was a brutal reality check. Critics may argue that the Pelicans are still finding their footing, but the numbers don't lie. This was a team that came into the game ready to dominate, and they were thoroughly outmatched by a Warriors defense that outsmarted, outplayed, and ultimately outclassed them. Now, with this momentum, the Warriors head into a challenging road trip, but one that they're more than ready for. With 2 major wins in their pocket, the Warriors now set their sights on a 5-game road trip. This is where their depth and adaptability will be truly tested. Games against Houston, Washington, Boston, Cleveland, and Oklahoma City won't be easy. With Steph Curry still recovering, the Warriors must continue to rely on every player in the lineup to step up, just as they did against the Pelicans. This road trip will demand resilience, discipline, and a commitment to the system that Steve Kerr has crafted. Players like Podziemski, Moody, and Jackson-Davis have the opportunity to solidify their roles to show that they're not just stand-ins for the injured stars, but pivotal parts of the Warriors' future. Kerr's rotations, which have been a topic of controversy, are about to get tested in these games, but if these recent victories have shown us anything, it's that this team is capable of winning through sheer depth and determination. Warriors fans should be excited. This isn't just a team playing for the next game, they're setting the foundation for a season that could redefine their legacy. With young talent eager to prove themselves and veterans guiding the way, Golden State is poised to take this road trip by storm. And so, as the Warriors hit the road, they leave us with one last message: that the fight has only just begun. With back-to-back wins over the Pelicans, the Warriors have sent a message they're here to win, even without Steph Curry. These games weren't just about skill, they were proof of the Warriors' depth and resilience. Draymond Green stepped up as both a leader and a defensive powerhouse, shutting down Zion Williamson and keeping the Pelicans off balance. Alongside him, rookie Trayce Jackson-Davis showed maturity and potential, contributing crucial points and rebounds, proving he's more than just a bench player. And then there's the young core: Podziemski, Moody, and Waters. Each of them brought energy and precision, turning the bench into a source of strength. Podziemski, running the offense in Steph Curry's absence, played with the poise of a seasoned player, showing that this team's depth is no accident. Their shooting, combined with Coach Kerr's strategic rotations, has transformed Golden State into a multi-dimensional team that can attack from any position and defend with intensity. For the Pelicans, these losses are a wake-up call. The Warriors didn't just beat them, they shut down their offense, leaving Zion and Ingram searching for answers. As Golden State heads into a challenging road trip, they carry the momentum and confidence built on teamwork and adaptability. When Steph Curry returns, he'll join a roster that's already proven they can handle the league's toughest challenges. The Warriors are building a legacy, and each game only solidifies their standing as a powerhouse, one that's here to stay. So, Warriors fans, get ready. This team is just warming up and they're coming for the top.